Hi friends, welcome you all to my YouTube channel once again. I hope you understood my previous contents and you have enjoyed those things. So we will move ahead and see some more topics in Azure Pipelines and we will briefly understand those things. So please like and subscribe my channel for supporting me. First we will see today's agenda. We will see YAML file in brief, then environment variables in Azure Pipelines. Then we will build a sample React code on local machine. YAML file. So I have discussed previously YAML file in brief, but for your more understanding, I will discuss once again. So you can see this image. This is the image of a YAML file, of a simple YAML file, which is installing Node.js and running some task for a Node.js application. A Node.js application can be any React or Node.js or Next.js application. So you can Google it out. What is Node.js and what are React and Next.js applications? So the first line itself, you can see it is saying trigger, and trigger is develop. So this section trigger defines when the pipeline should be triggered. In this example, the pipeline is triggered when the changes are pushed to develop branch and when pull requests are created. So trigger specifies the branch in which we are doing changes. And the second line, you can see there is pool. So pool specifies a pool of virtual machines to be used as build agents. In this case, it is set to use as Ubuntu latest VM image. Then the third, you can see that is steps. This section defines the sequence of steps to be executed at part of the pipeline. In the first step, you can see there is a script that prints viewing files before building the code. So it will just print out the script, and in second line of script you can see there is ls, that means listing the directory of build.source directory. So don't get confused. $build.source directory is an environment variables in Azure Pipeline, and we will see it in depth. Then there is a task. You can see the task is node tool @0, and the input parameter is version spec 16x and display name is install node.js. So this task is installing node.js in our build machine, and the version of node it is installing is 16. The display name is installing the node.js. Then in the last script we can see it is running some commands, npm install and npm run build. So these two commands are used to install the dependencies and run the build file, that means to compile the code. So I hope you understand the structure of YAML file. So this is the way a YAML template should look like in Azure Pipelines, and you should give commands like this. And in steps, you have to describe what steps you are going to perform to build your pipeline. So I hope you understood. Now we will see the environment variables. So environment variables. Variables give you a convenient way to get key bits of data into various parts of your pipeline. This is the list of predefined variables that are available for your use. So some environment variables, you can see the first one is build.source directory. It is the directory on build machine which will be used for check out your source code from Azure repos and then compile it and build. Now the second one is build.artifact staging directory, the local agent path where any artifacts are copied to before being pushed to their destination. So these are some examples of environment variables. So environment variables are predefined variables in Azure Pipelines which gives us many uses in our pipeline so that we can access our build agent via this environment variables or do any other tasks. So you can see more variables. I have provided the link. You can go and check it out. So guys, you can see there are many predefined variables and you can use this variable to do your task. So you can see it has given a brief discussion of the variables and how you can use those in your pipeline. There are many variables you can see: agent name, agent OS. It will give the operating system of your agent. There are build variables, artifacts in directory. See, everything is written here. You can go and check it out. So mainly we will using this variable and second one, build dot sources directory. Let me just see where is that. Yeah, this one. So just let me explain it thoroughly once again. So build dot sources directory, the local path on the agent where the source code files are downloaded. So this is the path in your build machine. So I have told you previously that we can't access your build agent directly because it is working behind the scenes of Azure Pipeline. So by using, if you want to see which files are created, which files are deleted with the help of YAML file, so you can use this variable to see those things. And the same goes for this one, build.artifacts directory. So it is a local path on agent where any artifacts are copied before being pushed to a destination. For example, this is the location of your machine. So you can copy your build files to a separate directory, that is build artifacts directory, and you can do tasks from there. So you can check it out. The link I have provided. So now we will see the commands to build a node applications or node based application. So first one is npm install. It will install or download the packages or dependencies to build your project or code. Second one is npm run build. It will build your code and generate artifacts, that is build files, which are going to be deployed. And the last one is npm start. It will start your application inside a browser. So these three commands are used to build any node based applications. You have to use in this sequence only: npm install, then npm run build, and then last npm start. But in case if we are going to deploy this node application into Azure Pipelines, then npm start will not work. We have to do npm install and npm run build, and then after npm run build, all the build files will be stored in an artifact folder, and from there we will take the build files or artifacts and we will push it into a Azure web app. So I hope you guys are understood as of now. We'll see how we are going to build a React app locally. So before building React application, you have to download Node.js software or tool in your local system. So you can Google Node.js download and you will get the application here. You can download the Windows installer if you are using Windows, and other operating system you can also do those things. So you have to install it in your local machine to build your files locally. I have already installed. Just let me show you. This is the application you have to install to compile your code. So guys, I have already created a sample application of React. I will provide the GitHub link of this. You can go and download the code from there and you can build your code. So this is the file. This is the code of the React app we are going to build. So we will first open command prompt. After that, you can see I am in my users. Now I have to go into this path. So I will just copy this path and I will just change directory. Now I am in my first repo, as you can see. Just cross check by viewing the files dir. You can see all the files are here, are listed here also. So I am in my correct path. So you have to learn some commands or know some command before building your node application or React application. So guys, don't get confused of Node.js or React.js. So the Node.js is application or a tool for building multiple JavaScript based applications. So one flavor of that is React applications. So React application is based on Node.js only. So we are going to give the first command npm install. So npm install will install all the dependencies and libraries from the central repo of Node.js to our local repository. You can see after giving the command, I have now one folder created or generated node modules, and node modules will have all the dependencies to build this project. You can see it is downloading all the files. It will take a while. So guys, you can see everything is completed. Now you can see node modules has been installed successfully in our folder. You can go and see there are many packages or dependencies that are used to build this file. So second command, we have to get npm run build. So this command will generate the build files. That means it will compile the code and generate the build files which are going to be published later. Click enter. It will also take a while. You can see it is saying creating an optimized production build, and you can see a build folder is generated right now. So if you will compare, previously we don't have these two folders. These two folders has now been generated, build and node modules. Node modules have all the dependencies and packages which is used to build this project, and build folder has all the static files which is going to deploy on a web page. So this build folder is also known as artifact folder. So here you can see we have these files. So these files is called artifacts, and we are going to store these artifacts into a separate folder and release these artifacts later point of time. We will see in Azure Pipelines in more details. So guys, you can see our job is been successful and our build files has been generated. See, so this you can see these are our build files, and these are also called as artifacts. So it will be stored inside our Azure Pipelines as artifacts, a separate folder, and later point of time we are going to deploy these things only. So now we will just run one last command, npm start, and it will start our application in a browser. You can see a web page, and you can see it is saying you can now view hello world in a browser. This is the IP address or localhost 3000. See, our application is up and running. So this is how we are going to build and run our React app or any node based application in our local system. And please like and subscribe my channel. Thank you for your support. Bye bye.